Good morning, children. Let's start our next poem from our English book, The Tale of Custard Dragon. This is a humorous poem written by Odin Nash, and this poem is actually a ballad. Ballad, you know what is a ballad? A ballad is a poem or a song which narrates a story. There are ballads which describes or tells you the story of valor. Valor is bravery of or heroism or courage. But this poem, this ballad is humorous. It's type close to a parody. Now let's see what Auden Nash has said in this poem. Belinda, it's a story about a girl named Belinda, lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon, and a Relio Trilio little pet dragon. In these lines, Auden Nash is telling there was a girl named Belinda who lived in a white colored house. She was having a black kitten, grey mouse, yellow dog, and a red color wagon. Wagon is buggy, and in reality, Relio Trilio means truly. In reality, she has had a pet dragon. Now, the name of the little black kitten was Ink. Black kitten name was Ink. Grey mouse was named as Blink, and yellow dog was sharp as Mustard. But the dragon was a coward and she called him Custard. Yellow dog was quite sharp and she gave him the name as Mustard, and the dragon was coward and she gave him the name as Custard. These were the names she had given to her pets. Ink, Blink, Mustard, and Custard. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth. It had very big and sharp teeth, and the spikes on the top of him and scales underneath. On the top of its body part, it has spikes, very sharp horny structures. Those are called spikes. And underneath the body and the under part of the body, there were scales. Mouth like a fireplace. The mouth of this is the description of the dragon given by the poet. And Belinda's pet dragon had a mouth like fireplace. Dragon in the pictures we have seen, or in the movies, or in the animation videos we have seen, that dragons they can spit fire. So that is why it's written mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and the smoke, when it spits, fire comes out from its mouth and the smoke comes out from its nose. So nose worked as a chimney. And Relio Trilio the dragon on its toes. And reality, and Relio Trilio daggers on his toes, and on the toes, the toes of the dragon were like daggers, were quite sharp. Daggers are the khanjar, knife, very sharp knife. Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears, and the Ink and Blink chased Lion down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice, safe cage. Here now the poet is describing the pet, the nature, the behavior of the different pets of Belinda. He's saying Belinda herself was very brave as a barrel full of bears. There are many, she was a pack of bears. She was brave as a barrel full of bears. She was brave as many bears together. She had such a courage. And Ink and Blink, the kitten and the mouse, they chase the lion down the stair. Here it's told that you can imagine, children, how can a kitten and a mouse chase a lion? Means they were so brave that they could make a lion rush down the stairs out of fear. But it's not true. It's a humorous story. That is why description is given in such a way that the mouse and the kitten were able to frighten a lion. That is not possible. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in rage, and the dog, Mustard, was as brave as a tiger in anger. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage, and the Custard, who was a coward, always cried for a nice, beautiful, safe cage where it could be safe. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, Mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at Relio Trilio Cowardly Dragon. Belinda tickled him. Belinda used to tickle the dragon, and she used to tickle him unmerciful. Ink, Blink, Mustard, they always rudely call him at Percival. It's a name given by them to dragon. They all sat laughing in little red wagon. They always sit in little red wagon and Relio Trilio Cowardly Dragon. And in reality, they all keep on laughing on the dragon. Belinda giggled till she shocked the house, and Blink said weak, which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age, when Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Belinda used to laugh in such a way it shook the whole house. And Blink used to laugh said weak. How it laughs? Like weak, laughing, which is giggling for a mouse. Blink used to laugh like a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age. Ink and Mustard very angrily or very rudely asked Custard about his age. And when Custard cried for a night's when they do all these things, when Custard cry for the nice safe cage. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound. Suddenly they heard an unpleasant sound, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. And then Mustard dog, it growled, and they all looked around. Mew, cried Ink. Ink was a kitten, so it cried like a mew. And ooh, cried Belinda, and Belinda cried like ooh. For there was a pirate climbing in the window, and they saw a pirate who was climbing on a window. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right. It was having pistol in both his hand. Pirate was having pistol in both his hands. He held his teeth and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright, and he was holding a very shiny sword between its teeth. His beard was black among its teeth. His beard was black and one leg was wood. It's a description of the pirate who was climbing their window. The beard of the pirate was black and one leg was made up of wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good, and it was clear from the when you look at a person you can make out the intention. So when they looked at the pirate, they were very sure that he had no good intentions. Belinda paled and she cried, help, help. Belinda, suddenly the color of his face changed and she cried, help, help. But the Mustard fled with terrified yelp. And the Mustard fled with a terrified yelp, jumped, and it left the place. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and Ink also went down to the bottom of the house, and the little mouse Blink strategically mouse hole, and the little mouse Blink, it ran into the mouse hole. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, and what happens? Whom they were calling as coward, that Mustard only, it jumped, and snorting like an engine, it started shouting or growling like an engine, clashed its tail like iron in a dungeon, and it moved its tail as if he is putting its tail on the iron bars. With a clatter and a clank and jingling squirm, he went at a pirate like a robin at a worm. He jumped on the pirate like a robin. Robin is a bird. A bird, when a bird looks at sees a worm, the way it jumps on that, the same way dragon jumped on the pirate with a clatter and clank, because it was having very sharp daggers as its feet. So that made the sound of clatter, jangling and clank, and it jumped on the pirate as if a robin has jumped on a worm. The pirate gabbled at Belinda's dragon. The pirate maintained a distance. It moved away from the dragon and gulped some grog from its pocket flagon, and it taken out a bottle of drink from its pocket. It taken out a bottle of the drink which these pirates drink, it taken out the bottle, or you can say a hard drink, from its pocket, and it have had some, and the pirate had some of it. He fired 2 bullets, but they did not hit. Then the pirate fired 2 bullets also, but it did not hit, and the custard gobbled him every bit. And then Custard, the dragon, uh, gobbled him every bit, and Custard, dragon, chopped the pirate into pieces. He cut, or he hit, that it finally died. Not it, the pirate finally died. Here, every bit means chopped into pieces. He cut it into pieces. Belinda embraced him. Mustard licked him. Now they all came out. Now Belinda, out of happiness, embraced the coward dragon. Mustard licked him, and Mustard just licked him, the dog, the way they show their affection, by licking. No one mourned for the pirate victim, and no one cried as the pirate was dead. Ink and Blink in glee died Gyred. Ink and Blink, both of them, started moving in the circle around the dragon as they were happy. They were showing their happiness by moving around the dragon, round and round. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. But now, little Mustard, the dog, the little Mustard, he said, I would have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And he said that if I wouldn't have afraid, flustered means afraid, if I wouldn't have been nervous, afraid, I would have been twice as brave as Custard. And spoke up Ink and spoke up Blink. They also said, Ink and Blink, we would have been 3 times as brave as we think. We would have been 3 times braver than actually we are. And Custard said, I quite agree. Yes, I am agree with all of you that everybody is braver than me. He said, yes, I agree that you all are braver than me. Belinda still lives in little white house with her little black kitten and little grey mouse, and her yellow dog and her little red wagon and her Relio Trilio little pet dragon. She stays in her white house with her little black kitten, grey mouse, yellow dog, red wagon, and her little pet dragon. Belinda is as brave as a barrel full of bears, and Ink and Blink chase lion down the stair. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice, safe cage. Again, the description repeated, the paragraphs have been repeated here. Thank you, children, for the description. Please see this and prepare yourself for your exams. Thank you.